Hello chat! It's time for Zombie Stage. How exciting. Today, we will be watching round 1 of Zombie Stage. If you don't know what Zombie Stage is, I assume that this is basically an AU, right? And this intends to be like a, at least from what I saw from Vivinos, the creator of Alien Stage and Zombie Stage. If you don't know what Alien Stage is, it's basically a competition where you sing to survive. As far as I know, there are going to be other AUs aside from this one, but I think Alien Stage took at least 4 years to finish. Anyways, you're not allowed to be happy in any universe despite all the AUs because Vivinos likes to torture her characters.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
This was a teaser that was posted 3 weeks ago. I didn't... Actually, no, I pretty much guessed it would... No. Actually, I'm wrong. I'm scared to scroll down to the comments because, yeah.
긴급 속보입니다. 정체불명의 감염병이 전국적으로 확산되고 있으며
Oh, fuck.
이른바 좀비 사태가 발생하고 있습니다.
I'm gonna be covering subtitles slightly. In all fairness, there isn't... Usually the subtitles are lyrics, but to be honest, the lyrics are important too. I'm now in too small. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
긴급 속보입니다. 정체불명의 감염병이 전국적으로 확산되고 있으며
The nation.
이른바 좀비 사태가 발생하고 있습니다.
더러운 범죄자 새끼들. 감염자들을 이용해서 역겨운 살인 사용만 지우고 싶어하지.
Disgusting greed. So true.
국가의 눈을 피해 지하 세계에 자기들만의 놀이터를 만들었더라고.
거기에 뭐? 하! 좀비 스테이지라니?
And I think that's Sua and Luca?
그들의 엔터테인먼트가 된 거야?
위쪽에선 이번 기회에 지하 세계를 완전히 소멸하길 원해. 불태우든 뭐라든 말이야.
화끈하네. 그래도 거의 다 왔어.
And then we have our queen Hyuna. Let's see what it... This does look like... That's Mizzy. Actually, maybe it's not. That looks like Sua though. Maybe it's Sua and Till? Because Till is usually a little smaller. I really don't remember what I watched of this. So basically they made an underground circus using zombies as entertainment. Dear God.
위쪽에선 이번 기회에 지하 세계를 완전히 소멸하길 원해. 불태우든 뭐라든 말이야.
화끈하네. 그래도 거의 다 왔어. 모든 정황은 확실하고 시청각 자료는 잠입 후에 제각제가 보낼 거고.
Interesting. So in Alien Stage, Hyuna was part of actually like the rebel group, but now it seems here that she's perhaps part of like some sort of like legal authority, like maybe like the police. Like just like even the vibes too. Like it's not quite privilege. Actually, no, I would say since she's in the backseat, being in the backseat of a car kind of like implies a certain level of privilege, right? But it definitely feels like she's in a position of authority rather than being under and oppressed compared to Alien Stage.
화려한 피날레는 우리 거라고.
희연아, 처음부터 묻고 싶은 게 있는데 왜 지하 세계에 그렇게까지 집착해?
Missing. Okay. Zombie. I see zombie here. I can't read these. So here's a map. Looks like, I guess, I don't know if she was like a private investigator before or, I mean, it's possible too. What is this? Whenever I see bangs like this, I think of Sua, but I don't know. She's like either some, I think she's part of like some legal team or like private investigator, like some sort of like, I don't know if it's necessarily like vigilante group. It's possible, but they definitely want to at least uproot this. It's a very different setting compared to Alien Stage. I was basically saying how in Zombie Stage it seems like it's something that's underground. Well, I mean, obviously it is underground. In Zombie Stage it's something that's underground. It's seemingly away from, I guess, like authorities and not socially acceptable, whereas in Alien Stage everyone dying through the competition was normalized. There was like no issue with it. It's just how it is. And it's like, I'm curious to see how that will change how the story progresses, because a lot of things have been flipped. I'm not sure how much will be different. I assume since this is an AU, it's probably going to explore different aspects of their relationships that were hinted at in Alien Stage. For example, one example of this might be maybe this is an AU where Ivan didn't bully the shit out of Till. And so they actually got along better, you know, because he had a better way of expressing himself. So we'll see, we'll see.
진짜 웃기는 곳이지. 애들 노는 데도 아니고.
Yeah, actually, well, this says zombie down here too. You can't see it, but it says zombie. I don't know. This looks like it's some sort of box for instant coffee, maybe? It looks like there's a coffee cup here. Yeah, humans were all kept as pets and were abused in multiple ways. In Alien Stage. Here, they're not even quote-unquote human when they're abused. Actually, I'm kind of curious as to how old they'll be because it looked like they were children. I don't know if they age. I guess we'll have to learn more about what the virus actually, or like infectious disease actually does to people. I don't know. She was clearly looking for something, someone. They have... Oh, actually, no. This is Mizzy, I think. Because there are braids. Or like there's like a little thingy here. The ties. I think that's supposed to be Mizzy.
데도 아니고. 영원히.
So contextually, for anyone who hasn't seen Alien Stage, this mirrors similarly the rounds in Alien Stage, where we have Mizzy and Sua first, and then we have Ivan, Till, and then we have Luca, right? So in Alien Stage, the last round was between Luca and Till, and then round 2 was between Ivan and Till. Till moved on. This round, actually, what happened was Mizzy and Sua. Mizzy goes next round. Mizzy and Luca. Mizzy gets kidnapped by the what do you call it? The rebels, and saved. And Luca moves on. And then it becomes Ivan versus Till, and then Till versus Luca. That's how it went, the first one. This one, it seems like it might be a little bit different. I don't know if this is because he already has like higher standing or his act is entirely different. Does it say here? Welcome. I feel like it being a bunny will be relevant. The thing about Alien Stage and like anything from Vivinos is there's like a ton of detail. Especially visual symbolism.
끝나지 않는 무대.
How's the volume, by the way, relative to my voice? Little heart thingies. Oh, look, you see the little heart thing here too? That was on the rabbit's eye. Actually, now that I think about it, this was something like this was also present in the last the final round of Alien Stage. With the like the jewel heart, there's something like that here too. It's a very telling shot. Like, you see this, because it's going directly on skin, it looks like it's gonna go directly on it. It's so disconcerting. And then like contrast it with the very like whimsical, childish, innocent music, it's especially horrifying. Who's doing this actually? This is Mizzy. Like her hand, because this looks like a feminine hand. It was very particular. Mizzy and Sua had a really complicated relationship, but here you see, I'm gonna go under the assumption that this is Mizzy because it's pink, right? And then Sua is slowly inching towards her. You know, Mizzy stays in the same space. Actually, in Alien Stage, Mizzy basically kind of entered Alien Stage because I think she was like bored. Actually, if I remember correctly, she did it just because, and then she started to, I guess, resent her own reasons somewhat. Like, Mizzy would repeatedly say she's like not a good person, and Sua was also kind of like insistent upon sacrificing herself for Mizzy. Are we ready to finally start round 1? I'm gonna be... Okay, the first time we watch it, I'm not gonna say too much, but then we're gonna go over it. At least I'll try not to say too much. She killed something? I I lied. I'm gonna talk. I'll just talk throughout it. I can't not say something, okay? I lied. I'll just pause as I go. I'll try not to say it over it. It doesn't look like this is exactly post-apocalyptic, but the coloring gives a vibe. Like the color grading gives a vibe that it's a very kind of dark, sad world, if that makes sense. And here, I feel like this is very telling because you see her beat the shit out of this. There's not it doesn't look like there's a reason for it. There's tears in her eyes, but you see here, I think the implication, at least what I would interpret this, is the cheese. Either it was tempted by something or it was simply trying to survive and it died, right? Which obviously there are going to be a lot of parallels between zombie stage and what we see here. Almost like she's like locked in, you know? I don't know if this is like a compulsion she has and she's tearing up because inside she hurts at what she did, but it could also be a physical thing because you see here she has bruises. It's very possible that in this scenario, Mizzy was hurt, and so in order to feel like control or express herself, she took out that hurt on someone else. She can't be in power with whatever hurt her, but she can be in power with this right here. Does that make sense? I can't read this. I think it's in Hangul. Zombie stage. CL 80%. He's chained up. I don't know what this stuff on the ground is. This dude looks like a regular dude. This person looks like maybe of higher status. I don't know. I assume anyone who wears loafers is of higher status. Oh, it looks like it's some sort of slum. Is it like an entire underground city too that they've created for zombie stage? Yes, long-haired Sua! I feel like this is pretty telling for them too because Sua knew about Mizzy's flaws and she accepted them fairly wholeheartedly from what I remember. Mizzy was under the impression, if I remember correctly, that Sua didn't know about how she was and that she was deceiving her and lying to her and stuff like this. But Sua did know. Sua believes in women's rights and women's wrongs. Oh, even zombies are just walking in. I can't read any of this. Dang it. I guess you see here the separation from the reality and how the life of privilege that people enjoy, completely ignoring the realities of what everyone goes through. Real quick, you can see here, like, how romanticized this is. Despite them looking like this, despite them clearly being so incredibly, like, injured and falling apart, right? That's not what people see. Just completely ignored. I wonder why it's a... Actually, I was gonna say why it says, verse, right? But you see at the beginning here, actually. It says fight. Then you have the little heart again. So I'll watch a bit now. Okay, before I forget real quick. I'm 90% certain Mizzy, like, doing this, watch what she does here. That, I'm pretty sure this is like a kind of calculated act and performance and the type of persona she's going for. Because this is idol culture, right? It's about like your charm. It doesn't necessarily have to be real. It doesn't have to be authentic. It's what they want to see. And what they want to see is they want to see all this pink. They want to see like this blue. They want to see the bright, beautiful parts of it. And they conveniently ignore the grotesque parts. There's a lot of social commentary too. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I didn't have lyrics the entire time. Oh! Okay. I thought I had it on. Done by Iron Chains now. Oh shit, she didn't even kill it. She's watching it, but she's not putting it out of its misery. Like this guy. Interesting too. So the lyrics say they stare toward the night, but we see the natural light here. I guess in all fairness, different worlds mean different. What could be someone's salvation could be someone else's ruin. That's the vibe I get here. Oh, it's in English. Like the only allows her tear to fall when she's in Sua's arms. Her little safe space. Oh, hi. I guess that's our fan chant. Dreamy Cutie Love Kyun. Oh, so these are, I think they're auditions to be an idol. And they're talking about doing it together, but only one can remain. No! Bro, you can't say that shit! Here, okay, too. You see, this is like what the fans are saying, right? This fan chant is completely, it's just cute, it's just cutesy, it's kind of unrelated to everything they're talking about. It completely ignores their message. It completely ignores what they're going through and like the narrative that they're telling. SOS me. I'll breathe for you slowly is instead slowly. I feel like this word choice is very, very deliberate. Which, mind you, I trust the translations that are part of the captions very much for Alien Stage and Zombie Stage because there's a large English audience for this. Oh my god, you're my universe. No! That's from Alien Stage. Here too, these are like the ones from last time. Here, I don't know. This image doesn't really scream Mizzy to me. It screams Sua. Oh. Rish. Oh my god. To me, this is, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Mind you, okay, this, for context, before you continue to watch me, or before you watch this, like Zombie Stage or Alien Stage, there is a lot of dark content implied in Alien Stage, so it's not, so I fully expected it here, but for people who are not prepared, right? Here you have like a more kind of like innocent outfit, right? I think both are personally kind of like innocent, cutesy. Here, I think are they dressed as sheep? Are they dressed as sheep or are they dressed as wolves? I think sheep. They look kind of like sheep, right? And then they're wearing an apron as if they're like going to butcher her. But then here, this looks more like a wolf. Bull? No, bull would have horns, no? It's almost like someone pretending to be a sheep, but they're actually a wolf. Here, this almost looks like reverent of something. But then you get closer, it's not as romanticized. You see close up, I guess, like how, like the detail, how much scarier it is. The veins, the scars. These are very like intimate shots, and they make sure to show like her bra strap in it. Show her being shackled, they show her cleavage. Isn't it upside down heart? Combined with her being like shackled, it feels very much like in like allegory for sexual abuse. What? Wait a second, hold on a second. Like you can literally see him pumping this. It's not moving. I thought maybe it was hip moving and he was like winding this, I guess. He isn't. He's just humping. She also looks like she's out of it. Like it looks like she's been maybe drugged. Like look at her eyes. She's like not all there. Here too. Because it's kind of like, I don't know, what is the word for it? Like gravure? But these are what's big. Not this comeback, right? But these sexualized shots. You have tequila here. It says something XX old young. Sua's disgusted here. I'm pretty sure Sua fucking hates men, if I remember correctly. Here you see the petal falling off a flower. It can be associated with purity. Is this from Sua? No, it's... Oh yeah, I think this is... Yeah, I think that's the bouquet that Sua gave her. And I think... Yeah, so this is Sua's hand right here, I think. And then I think that this is Mizzy's hand. You see her nails are black, right? The petal falls off. I feel like that's very visual symbolism. I think Sua here, she doesn't look at the bouquet that's been tossed aside. She looks at Mizzy's body, how she's exposed, how she's being treated. Like here you see her hair is even disheveled too. And this bouquet, right, that is possibly representative of her purity is being passed to a faceless man. I can't tell if this is like Sua's what do you call it? This is what she's imagining as she sees her. Now if this is what she's imagining as she sees her like this and she worries for her, or something else, or what she remembers seeing of Mizzy. Here, she puts on her happy face. Gone. So see she's miserable. Minho. Rare and pure. The arm of an infected person. Oh, this is fucking... I wonder if this was what it was also hinting at this in the other one, because there was like the black and red cracks in the thingy from Alien Stage. The face of Sweet. Of Kate. Is this what they're kind of wearing? Because this is similar to their patterns, right? I think they have the same patterns on them, right? These stars were present too. Mizzy, the eyes of love. Perfect gift. I feel like this is also like a telling thing. Every time you see Mizzy's eyes, they're dead, right? But what seemed to be her selling point as an idol were her eyes, and how that has been romanticized. You see the little stars in the clouds too. You see them at the beginning. What would you call this? I think it's a star, right? This is the little hypnotism thing. This one's blank, but I mean, it showed Sua versus Mizzy, Ivan versus Till, and then grand finale was Luca. So it makes kind of sense that there's only 3. I've barely gotten through the video. Damn it. Sorry, I yap a lot. Is this a drama? Okay, so this is her taking her shirt off and her expression afterwards. Oh, here you have the swirl too. I think this one's particularly sad because you see it's the face of like Sweet Kate, and she's marketed as innocent, right? Or at least like that seems to be like her selling point here. But then you can't even see half her face. Like how much of herself is she hiding? Curious to see what this represents. Can anyone read Korean, bro? Please. Here we have social media, TikTok. Once again, sexualized. This looks like a drama YouTuber for sure though. And then you see on the side, I don't know who this is at the bottom, the screen person, but you see shots of Mizzy. This is a teddy bear. This makes me think of Luca. But all of these are watched. You see the red line indicating that they're watched. Here too, she looks completely out of it. You don't even know who this dude is. You see her making more, like, worse and worse decisions, I guess. Things that she'd never do before, contrasted with how earnest and pure their desires were and how peppy it was. And the tone of the song has changed too. No, Mizzy! Oh shit. Here too, you see the smear of the cloud. It's like how volatile her state is when someone isn't themselves anymore. Sua. I think that one thing that kind of gets understated, or at least was pretty understated for most of Alien Stage, is how much self-loathing Mizzy has. And Sua is very, very is this supposed to be your mom? It's the same hair color. And Mizzy, Sua is very I don't know if I necessarily want to use this word selfless, but she would do a lot, if not anything, for Mizzy. I'm just thinking here how like she's allowing herself to cry freely while in someone's arms, and then she's held again and cries. This too, I feel like the hat is kind of representative of her idol mask. She wears this when she has to be an idol, and she has to be, there's like a certain perception, you know? She has to hide who she really is. This is a tool to hide who she is. She can never stop being an idol, if that makes sense. Once you're an idol to the public, you're an idol forever in some capacity, you know? Here, as you can tell, she's like breaking down. She thinks of, I guess, her mom, right? Mask falls off. You see the light slowly come back to her eyes. I don't know what she's saying here, but I assume it's probably something along the lines of kind of like, maybe something like, you should hate me, or like, you don't understand. And then she just breaks down. Even in the neighborhood too, you can see that this is like a residential neighborhood. It feels as if they've gone back to a simpler part of their lives. And Mizzy doesn't fit in here, right? And then man follows after. I wonder if this was like a point of no return, and then Sua decided to go down with her in some respect. Because here you see, she leaves, goes out of sight. Sua doesn't chase after her, at least that we can see. And then I guess that's a path she chose. That's how I see this. Even Sua's voice is breaking here. Even if we break, it's alright. These ragged breaths. This is very telling of Sua's kind of love style. Section 1 bite, infection 1 bite. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I think that this is her following her path. At least we become perfectly whole. The way she says this is like very different. Like the way she sings it, it's how does she sing it? It's kind of like a resigned way. Like she's trying to convince herself, you know? Yeah, I think this is her following her path down here. The zombie stage is basically kind of representative of the corruption, like the idol industry. She only has one eye left and she's dead eyes. Hers are different than Mizzy's though. Mask is back on. Do you see? Even their art style changes. Okay, it looks like they are sheep or like lamb. Sorry, this is the first time I've seen their outfits up close. I wonder if her heart is over here. Because like, I feel like your heart can be representative of your emotions. And then you have Sua's over here. I don't know where Mizzy's is, unless you count this one. Maybe this is the same thing as this. But hers is a different color. Maybe showing a different part of her, who she is. And then you have the cartoony art style again that ignores the reality of it. Still, it's all beautiful, it's okay. This sounds like you're talking to yourself to comfort yourself. It's placating yourself. It's like self-soothing. Then pretty, all good, all good. It's not just the language being simple, but it's the summary of what they're experiencing. It's like someone tells you, my grandma died, and you're like, and you barely say anything, you know? It's like a gross understatement of the situation. And you see all types here, and they're all desperately trying to get on stage. Over this dude, he's crying. He's crying. Sua watching over from behind. Even if it crumbles, crash. The men in the background. Together until the end. I feel like this one is, compared to Alien Stage, both are horrific, but this is especially horrific because of the dichotomy presented. Together until the end, it's like she's looking up. I don't know if you would say like towards like God or the sky or death, you know? Almost like salvation. And then she says, not scary at all. This place is already paradise. Paradise is sometimes used to refer to heaven or like afterlife. I feel like this visually too. It stands out to me. I'm not quite sure what it's saying, but like the light that's still there. It's still there. It's like actually still part of her. It's moving with it. Maybe those are little pieces of her that you can still see and they're so small. because her eyes are completely, I guess like grayed out, desaturated now. And there's like the heart. And you can't even see how Mizzy feels. She's so far, like, fallen. Just a complete mask all the time. You know, eyes are window of the soul. Here, you see, this guy is doing, like, really do look like wolves from this. Which I feel like that's purposeful, but... Here, he's doing, like, a victory pose. Like, already won. You know, it's already paradise. Pose of completion, kind of, you know? And, like, bragging. This guy behind her, same thing, because she's joined this side. I feel like... Sua doing this, it's like from a camera lens, right? That's why you have the frame here. It's almost like a coping mechanism to try and see her the way fans see her. Because it's too hard to watch someone you loved become someone they're not, you know? So if you see it from the fans' lens, you can understand it. You can twist it to... And it can be a lot less painful if you do that. We'll rot away together. We can't disappear. We're one wherever, even if you run away. Which I feel like I should explain this, but Mizzy and Sua didn't exactly have a healthy relationship. None of the relationships in Alien Stage are healthy. And they're also very selfless in their own different ways. And selfish. You're mine, Chu. This is from Sua. And then Mizzy will rot away together. Beautifully insane. Sua crashing out. Sweet scar. I'll really have to rewatch the parts with Mizzy and Sua in the previous one because it explains so much about their dynamic. No, my Clematis! Hold on, who's reaching out to who? Is this the same score too? Is this the same fucking score? Oh my god, I think it's this. It's the same fucking score! TOT. What does TOT mean? I know I should know what this means. Oh, it's supposed to be the emote, I think. Once again, you see, this is Mizzy's hand and Sua's. Sua grabs her hand. Mizzy's hand's loose. Here, even here too. She's the one threading their fingers together. Whereas before, it was like mutual like this. Right? You see it mutual here? And then they interlace their hands again just like that. Soon, I assume? Oh, I guess I don't. No. Never mind. It is actually direct contrast. Even though she's here and she has her, to an extent, she doesn't. Detroit. Possession for love. Okay, well, that's Amaya. I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Here she, like, Sue almost looks pained here, but Mizzy's smiling. She doesn't even notice her. Happy end, but do you see what comes after the credits? Is she really that horrified? Even here, you see, I don't know if you can see, but Hyuna has a little bit of a blush, right? She looks almost like enraptured. And then she's horrified and disgusted by herself. I guess it's because she fell for it. Sue's being dragged off stage because she lost. Auction. Okay, so in the idol industry, there's a lot of like accusations and instances in some places where in order to succeed, you get sold. And sometimes you'll have a sponsor, quote unquote, right? And sometimes in order to survive in the industry, something like this happens. Auction, being dragged away, basically explicitly sold. It looks like this dude might be communicating with someone. And then Mizzy's still keeping on her performance as she's being dragged off stage. All the color's gone. Oh. I guess this is related to the rabbit. Hop hop, little bunny. Where are you going? Into the forest? Wait. Did it? It was still alive and it ate the cheese. Here you have the cheese and it was twitching in the scene, right? And then here, cheese is partially gone. It's not moving anymore. Oh, it looks like the blood is dried too. I guess if you were gonna make any comparison, my first thought is survival at any cost. And no matter how desperate you are, you still try to survive in some way, even if that way is futile, disturbing, and twisted. Ivan? My man! Ivan! Look, his little snaggle fang. It's not surprising that you immediately see Ivan with the neck collar. I'm curious, since this is a pretty similar dynamic to what Sua and Mizzy had from what I remember in Alien Stage, I'm wondering if Ivan's dynamic with Till will be the same. This too, I feel like, is very representative of what happens when you're in the idol industry, or any, like, honestly public entertainment job or something. Like, a part of yourself in front of everybody. Parts of yourself are just gone, constantly exposed. She almost looks like she's disassociating too. I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but I wonder if this is like her grieving in her heart this rain. Ivan! What have you picked out so far? I wasn't really reading your comments, but hopefully you were following alongside me. I think one thing I want to know more about is you see them as zombie children too. I mean, the show never ends because the trauma never stops. Like, unironically, that's how it is. That said, I think that I'll probably have to sleep on it if I have any more thoughts. Maybe I'll check out Patreon. We'll see. But I hope that you guys, for those of you that are not familiar with Alien Stage or Zombie Stage, perhaps this will get you into it and, you know, you can learn more about it. That's it. I am heading off for tonight. Feel free to watch on your own. Please, I encourage you to watch the video on your own. You know, they also, I think they posted the songs elsewhere. So if you like the song, then, you know. Anyways, that's all for me. Please watch the original video. I'll link it below. And I'll leave it in the description too if it's not already in the description. But good night, guys. Peace out.